shootings across America. We are here today with the family of Rashad Cunningham. Mother, Tanya Simmons, father, Jesse Cunningham is coming, Rashad's family and friends. Also joining is my co-counsel partner, Greg Koulis, a very well-known and experienced civil rights attorney. Also with us is Eric Russell, the founder of Tree of Life Justice League, also known as the American Activist. We also have activist Kwame Shakur, as well as LaToya Howell. On August 17th, at approximately 3:15 a.m., Rashad Cunningham was sitting in his car, minding his own business in front of his home with two friends. Suddenly, without cause or provocation, Officer Isiah Price exited his car, shined his flashlight into the car, and within less than 10 seconds, shot and killed Rashad Cunningham at close range. At that time of the shooting, Rashad was holding his driver's license and his wallet and did not present a threat to Officer Price or anyone else. At that moment and within those 10 seconds, everything changed for the Simmons family and the Cunningham family. How do we respond to yet another tragic shooting by police in America? A mother lost her son. A father lost his son. Brothers and sisters lost their brother. 5 young children no longer have their father because of the unjustified actions of Officer Price. I want to say their names, and some of them are here with us today. Anijah, London, Rashad Jr., Braylon, and Cashton. Last night, the family filed, Greg Koulis and I, on behalf of the family, filed a federal civil rights section 1983 lawsuit against the city of Gary, Officer Isiah Price, and the other officers involved in this tragic shooting. At every level, the city of Gary failed. The city, the mayor of the city, the chief of police, they all allowed an officer with a history of excessive force and abuse and lying and falsifying records to continue working in our community. Similar to Chicago, the Gary police have a problem with excessive and lethal force. In addition, they have the code of silence as well. I want to say, as a result of these failures by the city, 5 children will never see their father again. The family wants justice. What is justice? It's holding the city responsible, and it's having an independent and transparent investigation into the actions of Officer Price and the tragic death of Rashad Cunningham. I want to be clear. Mr. Koulis and I took this case because based on eyewitnesses' accounts, Rashad Cunningham did not present a threat. He had his license and his wallet in his hands at the moment he was shot. It was unjustified. And with that, I want to turn it over to my capable co-counsel, Greg Koulis.
Good afternoon. My name is Gregory Koulis, K-U-L-I-S. I'm managing partner of Koulis Law, Action Law Group, and myself decided to file this lawsuit, as Andrew said, to get results. Rashad was a young man, which the state of Indiana decided to provide a conceal and carry license. He had an FOID card, and he had a right to have a weapon. But at no time during this incident did he pose a threat to any officer, did not point a gun, did not fire a weapon, and without just cause or provocation, the officer fired and killed him. The use of force was excessive and it was unreasonable. This is an officer who has a history. This is an officer who should know how to proceed as a police officer and when to use excessive force. And we're seeking the appropriate answers to what happened out there and the appropriate remedies to be offered this family for their loss. Because as Andrew had said, many children, or 5 young children, have lost their father.
So with that, we're going to hear from Tanya Simmons, who is the mother of Rashad Cunningham.
Still, I'm here today trying to get answers and trying to get justice for my son. My son, Rashad Cunningham, was shot down in cold blood sitting in front of his home by Officer Isiah Price III. I would never see my son again. He would never be able to see his kids. And it's just so sad. It's very devastating. It's just 6 days after his 25th birthday. We want answers. We haven't got anything. We want something. We want the audio. We want the audio to the dispatch. What happened that night in the event of my son's death? If you're holding your wallet and you're holding your license, how do you justify what you did? This is just something that is not going to get swept under the rug. It's not justifiable, Officer Price, what you did to my son, Officer 17. We are going to get justice and we are going to get answers. And we are not going to stop until we get exactly that.
Yes.
For Rashad Cunningham, we're going to get justice.
Yes. Justice.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice, no peace for my son.
No crooked police. No crooked police.
No crooked police.
My brother Justus, please.
My name is Ivan Simmons. I'm Rashad Cunningham's uncle. You can spell like IVAN-SIMMONS. In America, I believe that this case is very simple. Because African American men have the same Second Amendment right that every other American enjoys in this country. If we are expressing the fact that the police officer felt as if his life was in danger, which is many times, that's what's always the case when it comes to trial, that the officer felt as if his life was in danger. Well, that means that millions of Americans' life is in danger, who carries a weapon, exercising their Second Amendment right. So America, we need you to start tuning in to what's happening to us in these communities. We need you to begin to stand behind us. And this is not an anti-police tirade here. We understand the police are necessary. But if you have a bad apple, America, if you have a bad apple, we need to take care of it. And Isiah Price is one of those bad apples. Once again, it's very simple. Do African Americans have the same Second Amendment rights as every other American in this nation? And if so, we're asking you to stand behind us and let's get answers and let's get justice for Rashad. Thank you.
My name is Heather Fox. The spelling is HEATHERFOX. I am the girlfriend of Rashad Cunningham, who was killed outside of our home August 17, 2019. Basically, like Ivan did state, this is not an anti-police at all. We're not anti-police. We do understand there's good police, but there is bad police out there. And Officer Price, Isiah Price III, is one of the bad police that has to go. He took a life away that meant everything to everybody, every one of us out here. He has 5 kids, a mother that loved him dearly, a father that loved him dearly. All Rashad wanted to do was take care of his family and get out of Gary, Indiana. But I just don't understand why his life had to be cut short while he was sitting outside of his home. Rashad has a Second Amendment right that was violated that night of August 17th. Officer, under what measures did Officer Price think it was okay to open fire and shoot somebody 5 to 6 times while their hands were up with his license and his gun permit in his hand? We want answers. It's been more than 2 months, almost 2 months, and we haven't received anything. No type of compassion, no type of them reaching out to us to let them know that they do understand what our family is going through. So basically, I do Lake County, Gary Police Department, Indiana State Police, the FBI, please speak up and tell us. And please give us some type of justification and clarification on why Rashad was shot dead outside of his home that night. And why his children don't have no father anymore. And why he couldn't live the rest of his life. Why was his life cut short because of Officer Price who wanted to shoot first and ask questions later. And that's all I want to say.
My name is Justus Cunningham. I'm Rashad's sister. And we all want answers. But what I want to know is, why isn't the city of Gary showing any concern on this matter? Why are they going to let Officer Price keep patrolling the area when he just murdered my brother? For what reason? We all want to know. See, they say if one of us was to kill the police, then we'll go to jail for 25 to life, right? Most police officers get suspended. Why is this officer still on the street? Why do he still get to patrol? Why can he get away with it? Why can't they show any concern on how we feel? On what's going on? It's more than just this going on in the city of Gary. Gary been bad. But now they can come and just kill somebody? What was the motive? I wasn't even prepared for this, but my brother's voice gotta keep going on. My brother won't have peace until he gets justice. My brother's soul won't have peace until he gets justice. So can we at least get that? Can they give us a reason why it was a traffic stop? It wasn't a traffic stop if you're sitting in front of your house, if you already parked. But they want to bag up and come mess with people. Tell us why Officer Price came to mess. Harass us. All we asking for is answers. And y'all think not giving us answers or not speaking out is going to stop us from being at City Hall or Gary Police Department or the Sheriff's Department or wherever we come protest. It's not going to stop us just because y'all not saying to us what's going on. All we want to know is what's going on and give that officer the same consequences that my black brother would have got if he would have killed one of y'all. But y'all want to sit and protect each other. Give my brother justice. Like, if my brother would have killed one of y'all officers, I bet y'all would have did all y'all could to figure out who that person was. Please tell us. Because it hurts every day. It's a heartbreak every day. We angry every day. And we miss him every day.
Every day. Every day.
I could talk to my brother every day if I wanted to. But now I can't. I could call him and I'm not getting no answer. And it's because of you, Officer Price. It's because of you, Officer Price. And they gonna let you get away with it, huh? Because you're the police and you hide it behind the law instead of enforcing the law. So tell us that. Why? Did you feel my brother was such a threat to kill him and he wasn't even the driver? My brother was the passenger. We want to know. And if y'all have a heart enough in y'all body, then y'all will feel us enough to tell us something. To give us some closure. Give his kids some closure. And even if y'all do, we still won't have closure because my brother is still not here. And he never coming back. Officer Price, I'm speaking to you specifically right now. I don't know if you got kids. I don't know your life, Price. But if you was in our shoes, what would you do? Karen Freeman, you the mayor of Gary. You not showing no careness. What would you do? What would y'all do if y'all was in our shoes? Get these crooked police off the streets. We fighting for justice and to get these crooked police off the streets so they won't kill no more. Justice for Rashad.
No justice,
No peace.
no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. They think they're above the law. They
So
ain't.
now
We're not above the law.
we're gonna
We
have
all the same.
now have Eric Russell, the American Activist Tree of Life Justice.
Good afternoon. My name is Eric Russell, ERICRUSSELL, common spelling, Tree of Life Justice League. This family is in excruciating pain. Our brother Cunningham did not deserve to die. The blood of our brother, it is on the hands of the mayor. This was city-sanctioned murder. This was city-sanctioned murder. Because how is it that an officer with a long list of misconduct and complaints then carries a badge for Gary, Indiana police? This rogue psychopath cop patrolled Gary like some damn lunatic, like Joker controlling Gotham City. He preyed upon us. Why is it that the NRA is silent? Why is it that when a black man is executing his constitutional rights, they are curiously silent? Tomorrow, there will be an unveiling of this statue of former Mayor Richard Hatcher. How far have we gone back? Gary, Indiana was once a red state, the home of the Ku Klux Klan. And now the city of Gary is duplicitous in the hunting of a black man. How far has this city? Yes, the blood of Cunningham, it is on the hands of the mayor. It is on the hands of the police chief. This cop had a long history of violating civil rights of citizens. We know when that statue is unveiled of former Mayor Richard Hatcher, it will undoubtedly have tears in his eyes that the city of Gary have now sunk so low that they are hiring killers. A killer that killed Rashad Cunningham. A killer that took this child's father and his 4 siblings away from him. This is a case of murder. Cold-blooded murder. And we will have justice. So what we say here today, indict, convict, send that killer cop to jail.
Yes.
All of Gary is guilty as hell.
Justice for Rashad. No justice, no peace.
No justice, no peace.
We're not gonna have LaToya Howell, mother of Justus Howell, and an active member of the movement.
My name is LaToya Howell, LATOYAHOWELL. Justus Howell, AUSTS Howell. I'm here standing in solidarity with the Cunningham family. Too many times are we seeing these murders happen, and yes, they are murders.
Yeah.
Unarmed youth, mostly black men, black and brown men. So many times that we see the outcome come the same. They become justified murders. But this is an unjust and a heinous act of these police and these officers of the department. See, we have to raise awareness because these officers are not being held accountable. And that's why we're here today, to raise awareness, because Rashad is one of millions that this has happened to. Yet he's all of us at the same time. Amen. So you need to know that if it happens to Rashad, it can happen to yours next. If you don't stand with us, you are on opposition. Right. Next. You have to know that to be aware is to be alive. These police are getting us, are killing us, murdering us by the numbers, a slow genocide, and they have no impunity. They have all impunity, I mean. They are not being held accountable at all, and we just need to get that type of out of our system. We do know that this system isn't designed for us, but due to activism and those raising awareness, we can try to change and bring things into play in this government that can help us. But for us, the narratives that we see out here being pushed by the police, we cannot be blinded by. We cannot be blinded by these narratives that they push out. Because 9 times out of 10, they're just right in your face, blatant lies. Okay? We know that this man was no threat at all to this officer.
Not at all.
We know that he was no threat. How do you come and walk up to a car and just up and blast? First of all, it doesn't work anymore. Hands up, don't shoot is not working for us. Okay? They killing us for walking, run, and sit, and putting our hands up. It does not matter. I need y'all to see these facts, see this shit unraveling, and let it be known that this is unjust, and we will not stand for this. These cops need to be held accountable, and that's the bottom line. I stand with the family of Rashad, and I stand with the family of all stolen lives. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
So now we're going to have another member of the Stolen Lives movement, Kwame Shakur, speak.
I'm Kwame Shakur, spelled Kwam, last name Shakur. I'm with the Stolen Lives movement. You heard all the family members. You heard my sister LaToya Howell come and speak truth to power. Her son is a case in point, just like Miss Simmons with her son. All these mothers is dealing with the same thing around America, where our black and brown kids are being gunned down by the police systematically. This is how this system, this is what I talk about all the time in this movement. This is actually how this system works against black and brown people. That's why we out here doing what we doing and speaking what we speaking today, because we want this to stop. And we're gonna always point this out, and we're not gonna give up in these type of situations. This Rashad Cunningham, he was just like any other American.
Yes.
Any other American trying to live what this country calls the American dream. He's taking care of his family. He's supporting his family. Y'all always talk about why black fathers ain't there. He was there. Y'all took him away from his family. You dig what I'm saying? But for us, it's not the American dream. It's more like Malcolm said, the American nightmare. Because when Rashad is in his car with his license, and his wallet in his hand, and he's gunned down. When Justus Howell is running away from the police with nothing in his hands, and y'all say this man had a gun and was gonna turn around and shoot the police, but we got video, and in the video it shows he never had the gun. You know what I'm saying? Then in this same case, when this coroner, Dr. Rudd, he does the right thing. Listen to this. He did the right thing. He spoke up and spoke what really happened to her son. You know what I'm saying? What happened to him? They fired him, and they trying to prosecute him for standing with the family and telling the truth. This is what's really going on in America, and this is why we out here. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we saying at the end of the day, this right here, we're getting justice for this family. We're going to be out here day and night. We're going to be out here week after week. If y'all want to stretch it out like y'all been doing some of these other cases for year after year, we're going to bring other people here. And we're going to have the community in Gary out here standing with us. And I already said this before, we got to have Mike Brown here. We have to have Vita Washington Starling here. If we have to have Uncle Bobby here. If we have to have Lisa Simpson here. If we have to have all these other people in the Stolen Lives movement here, Gary's going to pay for this. Y'all going to have to sacrifice this one right here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to let this be slid under the rug like all these other situations. It got to come to a point where we all stand together in this Stolen Lives movement. This is why LaToya Howell is here with us today. She could have been doing something else, but she came to stand with this family because her pain is the same pain as this mother right here. You dig? And we're going to stand together. And before I close, come here, LaToya. Sister Lisa Simpson. She lost her son to the LAPD. Richard. And she has a chant that we're gonna start promoting in the movement. And me and LaToya is gonna do this today. We want everybody to repeat after us. Father, Father, can't you see?
Father, Father, can't you see?
What this system done to me?
What the system done to me?
They locked us up and shoot us down.
They locked us up and shoot us down.
There ain't no justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Father, Father, can't you see?
Father, Father, can't you see?
What the police done to me?
What the police done to me?
They locked us up and shoot us down.
They locked us up and shoot us down.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Ain't no justice in this town.
Father, Father, can't you see?
Father, Father, can't you see?
How they killing our kids in the street?
How they killing our kids in the streets?
They locked us up and shoot us down.
They locked us up and shoot us down.
Especially if you black or brown.
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 All power to the people.
No justice for Rashad.
So Greg Coolis and I will take any questions as it relates to the legal aspects. Ms. Simmons is here if there's anything about the family.
I want to ask you, obviously one of the front and center issues in this case is going to be what is your understanding of where the gun was, whether it was on his person?
Our perspective on the law is very clear. The Second Amendment is very clear. What we know based on 2 eyewitness accounts, the 2 gentlemen that were in the car with Rashad, is he had his hands up with his license and his wallet. Under that circumstances, there's absolutely no justification for the gun. We don't think the gun played any role, and he had a license to carry. And at the moment that he shot, he both hands, license and his wallet. And again, this case is tragic also because the Gary police does not have body cam or dash cam. There's no video evidence. But the reason Greg and I took this case is because number 1, we believe in this family. Number 2, this was a strong black man raising his family. And number 3, we have 2 eyewitness accounts that say what really happened, and we have an officer with a history of excessive force.
A long history.
Let me add, this is a young man that followed the law. He did what we would want all our sons to do. He decided that he wanted to have a gun. He applied for a gun. He got an FOID card. He wanted to have a conceal and carry. He applied for conceal and carry. He was a working man, no criminal record. He was a father, and when the police arrived on the scene, he did what he was supposed to do. He took out his license, had his ID, and was shot in cold blood.
And on top of that, he was shot in the sanctity of outside his own home. And to the comment earlier, there was no traffic stop. He was in front of his own home.
Do we know why the police were going to the house in the first place?
They were never called. There was no traffic stop.
And do you think that Rashad was targeted because they knew he had a gun?
It's a possibility.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
When Rashad was pulled over, he made a report to the police that he felt like he was being harassed. There is a report that Rashad made to the police, a statement that he stated he was in fear for his life and he was being harassed by the Lake County and Gary, Indiana Police Department.
And what really matters under the law is at the moment in time. At the moment in time in which Officer Price unjustifiably shot,
Hands up.
Rashad Cunningham presented no threat.
Don't
What do
shoot.
you know about, you referenced background of this particular officer. What do you know about
Well, we're looking into it. I mean, first of all, the city of Gary has still not formally released that it was Officer Price. The city of Gary has still not released the names of the other officers on scene. The city of Gary is not following best practices of law enforcement across the country. So we don't have any information. We are working with the district attorney, Bernard Carter, on the criminal investigation, and the family and friends are all going to be helpful to make sure we have all information that we have is going to be turned over.
But you did say you know he has a history of bad decisions.
We know he has a history, but I want to get the documents.
Go into that a little bit.
He has an history in Chicago, and he has a history in Gary, but I want to speak based on the documents, and we don't have the documents yet.
So what does justice look like?
Justice constitutes an independent investigation justice constitutes holding the police officer liable. You know, there's no real justice because 5 kids lost their father.
Right, Officer Price.
But we will, yes, we want investigation, and if the facts reveal, there should be an indictment and a conviction. And beyond that, the family filed a federal civil rights lawsuit last night to pursue the only civil remedy available under the law.
Yeah.
Tanya, I have a question for you. You and your family, you guys have been protesting outside of the Gary Police Department. You guys have been attending the Gary City Council meetings. At what moment did you decide to file the lawsuit, and what was going on through your mind at that time?
Well, pretty much, we were already in preparations on what we were going to do. We just pretty much wanted to know what they were going to do, and it was absolutely nothing. We didn't get anything.
Is there any particular moment that you decided to file a lawsuit? Any action by the city that prompted you to do this?
Well, their actions pretty much speaks for itself. You know, I don't really need to go in about the city of Gary, because look around.
Were you all expecting some type of release from police or investigators about the outcome at this point?
Yes, we've been.
Audio.
Transparency.
Release the officers' names.
You want some transparency. You want someone to come forth and say, well, this is what the police officer at least says occurred, or what his version of the
Where's the report?
There's been total silence.
Traffic stop.
And the big issue with Gary is best practices across the country are body cams and dash cams. That's basic across the country. So again, in this case, thank God there's evidence with those 2 witnesses, because I will tell you, black men are being killed across the country, and if there's no evidence or eyewitnesses, you can't prosecute criminally or civilly. So this family is seeking justice. This family is seeking answers. We are asking District Attorney Carter to do everything in his power to pursue an independent investigation and indict the officer, and the family will continue to pursue the civil litigation in the courts.
I got a question about the traffic stop. Traffic stops in general, they would always have a report. So you're saying there's been nothing released whatsoever, no report, no anything?
There was no traffic stop.
Well, yeah.
If
that's how it's said, then there would have been that sort of thing. So
you
absolutely
should-
no
you should FOIA.
legal
You should
document
FOIA.
that would indicate what happened that night on Park.
So okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much.